Good morning, students. Today we'll begin with a new lesson, Lesson 11, Transportation in Animals and Plants. We know that all living organisms like plants and animals need food, oxygen and water so that they can survive. These elements need to be delivered to the body parts so that they can function properly. Hence, all living organisms need a transport system in their bodies. Transportation in animals and plants. Transport means to carry things from one place to another. The body of an organism requires nutrients and oxygen to carry out various life processes. Waste products produced due to the various functions inside the body also need to be transported and removed. Therefore, the term transport may be defined as a life process in which a material is absorbed in one part or organ of an organism and is carried to other parts in its body. In animal body, these functions are carried out by an internal transport system called the circulatory system. Circulatory system. Circulatory system or blood circulatory system is the main transport system in human beings and animals. It makes food, water and oxygen available to every parts of the body and helps in removing waste materials like urea, carbon dioxide, etc. The circulatory system consists of blood, blood vessels and heart. Blood. Blood is a red color fluid that flows in the blood vessels. It has various salts and nutrients dissolved in it. Blood is made of two parts, plasma and cell. Blood cells are suspended in plasma and they are red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. Functions of blood. Various functions of blood are: it transports substances like digested food from the small intestine to the other parts of the body. It carries water to all parts of the body. It carries oxygen and carbon dioxide during circulation. It carries waste products like urea from liver to kidney for excretion in the form of urine. It protects the body from diseases. Components of blood. Plasma. The fluid part of the blood is called plasma. It is the sticky liquid part of the blood which is pale yellow in color. It is 90% water and 3.5% common salt. It contains dissolved substances such as digested food and waste products and carry them from one part to another part in the body. Red blood cells, RBCs or erythrocytes. RBCs are red in color due to the presence of pigment called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a red protein that binds with oxygen and transports oxygen to all parts of the body and ultimately to all the cells. It is the presence of hemoglobin which makes the blood appear red. It also plays a key role in transporting waste carbon dioxide from the tissues to the lungs where it can be breathed out. WBC or white blood cells or leukocytes. The WBCs fight against infection and protect us from diseases. They are like soldiers which fight and kill germs that may enter the body. WBC also makes antibodies that fight against infection. The number of WBC is quite less than RBC. The WBC can change their shape and move on their own. They can squeeze out of the blood vessels to reach any part of the body. Platelets. Blood platelets are small, irregular, tiny fragments of special cells formed in the bone marrow. These are colorless and help in the clotting of blood in a cut or wound. If a cut or wound is made, the blood starts flowing from it. After some time, the platelets plug the cut and the bleeding stops due to the formation of a dark red clot. If the platelets are not present in the blood flow from the cut or wound will not stop, causing excess loss of blood, which may be fatal to a person, leading to death. So I hope you have understood this. That's all for today. Thanks.